Hello, and welcome to Rotation Build Tutorial 3. The purpose of this tutorial is to provide tools, share best practices, and explain steps to build a complex 12-week rotation. HEU members made it clear they want input into their work schedules, and we are so glad that you are taking on this work to build a rotation for your department. Rotation support and the rotation specialists are here to help you build balanced work schedules. Let's begin. We will be exploring the following topics: what is rotation support, navigating a rotation template, organizing and demonstration of building a rotation, reviewing the calculation tools, submitting your rotation proposal. Rotation support helps employees build balanced work schedules that considers their preferences. Rotation specialists are trained and certified in master rotation design and will guide you through this process. In the last round of FBA bargaining, members emphasized the importance of work-life balance for mental and physical health. Working 6 consecutive days can negatively affect members. That's why the FBA Bargaining Committee negotiated the Employee-Initiated Rotation Proposal and Rotation Support Fund. This memorandum of agreement allows members to revise unit and department schedules with union and employer support. Any changes to rotations are limited to once per 12 months, must meet operational requirements, begin with a request of information, and be approved by 75% of impacted regular employees. The goal is to reduce the frequency of 6 consecutive workdays while ensuring balanced schedules. Here is an example of 6 consecutive days. Step 1. Understand operational requirements. Before building a rotation, gather important information about your unit or department. The answers to the operational requirement questions will determine the type of rotation suited for your department. If you have questions or require assistance, contact your shop steward or email rotationsupport@heu.org. Step 2. Understand the rotation template, legend, and layout. Now, open Rotation Template 3 and follow the instructions, or continue watching and build the rotation later. Please note the template short forms. FTE equals full-time equivalency. For example, 1.00 FTE is equal to 1 full-time position. More will be explained in Step 8. Days of the week. F equals Friday, S equals Saturday, S equals Sunday, M equals Monday, T equals Tuesday, W equals Wednesday, T equals Thursday. Shift types. D equals day shift, E equals evening shift, ST equals statutory holiday, backtick equals weekend off. Navigating the template. Row 7 identifies the number of weeks within the rotation. This rotation is 12 weeks wide. Column C. Each line represents an employee's rotation. Full-time 1 through 10, and part-time 11 through 14. To the right, there is a table that calculates the shift totals once the rotation is complete. Row 36 and 37 includes a built-in formula that will populate the baseline totals. Baseline is the number of workers required for each shift each day. The legend is where you indicate the shift start and stop times and paid hours. No entry needed for statutory holiday and weekend off fields. Step 3. Fill in basic information. Column B. Enter your facility, department, and job classification. Column I. Enter today's date. Ensure your rotation starts on a Friday, the first day of a pay period. Proceed to the legend at the bottom left and enter the start, stop times, and paid hours. Step 4. Best practices for building rotations. Each week include 2 consecutive days off. Follow a pattern of 5 work shifts on and 2 days off. This pattern may change to meet the baseline counts. 12 hours off between shifts is required. For example, you cannot work an evening shift on a Monday, then a day shift the next day. Combine no more than 2 shift types, for example, day and evening or evening and night. Statutory holiday shifts can be plotted to improve quality. Full-time lines require 57 shifts and 3 statutory holiday shifts in 12 weeks. Pay attention to the baseline counts in rows 36 and 37. This complex rotation sample has an uneven baseline. Step 5. Plot the shifts. Now you are ready to start building a complex 12-week wide rotation. This complex rotation includes regular 7.5-hour paid day and evening shifts with an uneven baseline. The baseline requires 5 people working Monday to Friday, and then the baseline decreases to 2 people working on Saturday and Sunday. Follow along for a step-by-step demonstration. We will start by plotting the day shifts. Begin on line 1. Weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Plot a day shift, capital D, on Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Week 6. Plot a D shift on F, statutory holiday shift, lowercase st, on M, then day shift TWT. Week 7. Plot day shift on F, S, T, W, T. Week 8. Plot a day shift FS, then a statutory holiday shift on T, then day shift on W, T. Week 9. Plot a day shift F, S, and S, then a statutory holiday shift on W, then day shift on T. Weeks 10, 11, and 12, plot a day shift on F, S, S, M, T. Move to line 2. Week 1 and 2, plot a day shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 3, plot a day shift on F, then a statutory holiday on M, then day shift TWT. Week 4. Plot day shift on F, S, T, W, T. Week 5. Plot a day shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, then day shift W, T. Week 6. Plot a day shift on F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, then day shift T, Thursday. Weeks 7, 8, and 9. Plot day shift on F, S, S, M, T, Thursday. Weeks 10, 11, and 12, plot day shift on F, M, T, W, T. Move to line 3. Week 1, plot a day shift on F, S, T, W, T. Week 2, plot a day shift F and S, statutory holiday on T, then day shift W, T. Week 3, plot a day shift on F, S, and S, then a statutory holiday on W, and a day shift T, Thursday. Weeks 4, 5, and 6, plot day shift on F, S, S, M, T, Thursday. Weeks 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, plot day shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 12, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then day shift on T, W, T. Move to line 4. Weeks 1, 2, and 3, plot a day shift on F, S, S, M, T. Weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, plot a day shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 9, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then day shift T, W, T. Week 10, plot a day shift on F, S, T, W, T. Week 11, plot a day shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, then day shift on W, T. Week 12, plot a day shift on F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, then a day shift on T, Thursday. Next, we will move to plotting the evening shift lines. Begin on line 5. Weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, plot an evening shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 6, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shifts on T, W, T. Week 7, plot an evening shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, followed by evening shifts on W, T. Week 8, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, W, T, Thursday. Week 9. Plot an evening shift on F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, then an evening shift on Thursday. Weeks 10, 11, and 12, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, M, and T, Thursday. Move to line 6. Weeks 1 and 2, plot an evening shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 3, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift on T, W, T. Week 4, plot an evening shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, then an evening shift W, T. Week 5, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, W, T, Thursday. Week 6, plot an evening shift F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, and evening shift on T, Thursday. Weeks 7, 8, and 9, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, M, T, Thursday. Weeks 10, 11, and 12, plot an evening shift on F, M, T, W, T. Move to line 7. Week 1, plot an evening shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, then evening shift on W, T. Week 2, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, W, T, Thursday. Week 3, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, then an evening shift on T, Thursday. Weeks 4, 5, and 6, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, M, T, Thursday. Weeks 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, plot an evening shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 12, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift T, W, T. Move to line 8. Weeks 1, 2, and 3, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, M, T, Thursday. Weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, plot an evening shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 9, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift on T, W, T. Week 10, plot an evening shift on F, S, a statutory holiday on T, then evening shifts on W, T. Week 11, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, W, T, Thursday. Week 12, plot an evening shift on F, S, S, a statutory holiday on W, then an evening shift on T, Thursday. Next, we will plot the mix of day and evening shifts for the full-time lines. Begin on line 9. Week 1, plot an evening shift on F, then a day shift on M, T, W, T. Week 2, plot a day shift on F, M, T, W, T. Week 3, plot a day shift on F, then evening shift on M, T, W, T. Week 4, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, T, W, T. Week 5, plot a day shift on F, then evening shift on M, T, W, T. Week 6, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, T, W, T. Week 7, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift on T, W, T. Week 8, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift M, T, W, T. Week 9, plot a day shift F, M, T, W, T. Week 10, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift T, W, T. Week 11, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then day shift on T, W, T. Week 12, plot day shift on F, then evening shift on M, T, W, T. Move to line 10. Week 1, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shifts on TWT. Week 2, plot an evening shift on F, M, TWT. Week 3, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, TWT. Week 4, plot a day shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then evening shift TWT. Week 5, plot an evening shift on F, a statutory holiday on M, then day shift TWT. Week 6, plot a day shift on F, then evening shift on M, TWT. Week 7, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, TWT. Week 8, plot a day shift on F, then evening shift on M, TWT. Week 9, plot an evening shift on F, M, TWT. Week 10, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, TWT. Week 11, plot a day shift on F, then evening shift on M, TWT. Week 12, plot an evening shift on F, then day shift on M, TWT. Step 6. Part-time lines and adjustments. Finally, the leftover shifts will form the part-time lines. Ideally, you will combine 2 shift types to reduce the number of part-time lines. Part-time lines do not require statutory holiday shifts. Begin plotting by looking at the baseline deficits found at the bottom of the rotation. Remember, our baseline is 5 Monday to Friday and 2 on Saturday and Sunday. Anytime you see a shortage of shifts in the baseline, this will indicate a deficit, and you will need to plot a shift in the part-time lines. Divide weekends, Saturday and Sunday, between the different lines. Step 7. Review rotation. Review the baseline totals and make sure they are correct for each shift throughout the length of the rotation. In this example, we see the correct baseline number across the 12 weeks. If any baseline totals are incorrect, move shifts around as needed. Consult rotation support for help with totals and formatting. To summarize, we have 10 full-time lines, 4 day lines, 4 evening lines, and 2 day/evening combination lines, 4 part-time lines with day/evening combination. Are you enjoying your inner rotation talents? Great, there's more. Earlier we showed this table located in the top right of the template. There are several cells and numbers. This table calculates the number of each shift type, ST, D, E, total number of shifts, and the number of weekends off each line has. Once you are satisfied with your rotation build, you can mark the weekends off with a backtick symbol. This symbol can be found on the key to the left of the number 1 in the top left corner of your keyboard. The backtick symbol can be plotted where Saturday and Sunday are the days off. Also, the backtick is plotted only on one day, Saturday. Unless there is a statutory holiday shift, then place the backtick on Sunday. One backtick equals 1 weekend off, so there is no need to put a backtick on both days. Step 8. Calculate full-time equivalency and number of days off. You will see at the bottom left there is a tab, FTE Calculation Sheet. FTE stands for Full-Time Equivalency. Click the tab now. The FTE tool calculates total hours worked per rotation, number of times the rotation is worked in a year, total work hours scheduled in a year, estimated annual FTE for each position. Example, 1.00 FTE equals 1,950 hours. The Day Off tool calculates the number of days scheduled off in the rotation. A rotation must properly schedule regular employees a minimum of 117 days off per year. Next, we are going to demonstrate 2 examples and calculate the FTE and the number of days off for the full-time line 1 and part-time line 11. You will be clicking between the 12-week rotation and the FTE calculation tab. The number of weeks per rotation is 12 weeks. In the blue highlighted cell labeled B, enter the number 12. This field will remain the number 12 throughout all calculations. Example 1. Calculate the FTE and number of days off for day shift line 1. Refer to the table on the rotation. Click on the 12-week tab. The total number of shifts are populated for each line. Line 1 shift totals is listed in column CT and is 57. In the FTE tab, section C, enter the number 57 in the blue highlighted cell that aligns with 7.5 hours per shift. The result is displayed in the cell labeled G. 57 7.5-hour shifts in a 12-week rotation equals 1.00, which is a full-time position. Now moving to the day off calculation on the right. Enter the information in the highlighted green cells. Section H, number of weeks per rotation. The number 12 is already populated. Section I, count how many days off are in full-time line 1. Click on the 12-week tab and manually count, then enter the number 24. Section J, number of statutory holidays. Click on the 12-week tab. Column CK of the table for the corresponding line total, in this case, enter the number 3. The result is line 1 rotation schedules 117 days off per year. Click on the 12-week tab. Enter the 1.00 result in the FTE field, left of full-time line number 1. Hint: if the total number of shifts is 57 plus 3 statutory holidays for the other full-time lines, you can simply enter 1.00 in the FTE field left of the full-time lines 2 through 10. Example 2. Calculate the FTE and number of days off for part-time line 11. Refer to column CT of the table. Line 11 total shifts is 37. Click on the FTE Calculation Sheet tab. Section C, enter the number 37 in the blue highlighted cell that aligns with 7.5 hours per shift. The result is displayed in the cell labeled G. 37 7.5-hour shifts in a 12-week rotation equals 0.649, which is a part-time position. Moving to the day off calculation on the right. Section H, number of weeks per rotation. The number 12 is already populated. Section I, count how many days off are in the part-time line 11. Click 12-week tab, manually count the days off, enter the number 47. Section J, number of statutory holidays. Leave blank for part-time lines. The result is line 11 rotation schedules 203.67 days off per year. Click on the 12-week tab. Enter 0.649 result in the rotation FTE field, left of part-time line number 11. Note that the number will round up, which is okay. Repeat these steps for each of the part-time lines 11 through 14 and record in the FTE field. Now that all of the above steps are completed, we're at the final step. Step 9. Save and submit your work. Click File at the top left-hand of the Excel document. Click Save as an Excel file with this format: year, month, day, worksite, name, rotation. For example, 2025-01-22 Test Village Rotation. Email the file to rotationsupport@heu.org, including your full name, your contact phone number, copier shop steward, and union representative. Once the rotation is received, a rotation specialist will conduct a thorough quality check and be in contact regarding next steps. This concludes the tutorial. We hope you have learned and enjoyed this process. If you have any questions, please email rotationsupport@heu.org.